All right, hello everyone and welcome. It is Sunday, December 27th, 2015. I am Darkside Phil and this is the Halo 5 Fan Appreciation Multiplayer stream. Once we get through today, it'll mark the halfway point of our 4-day long Fan Appreciation Marathon here on stream. And yesterday we did a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 session. Today will be Halo 5 Guardians on the Xbox One. Tomorrow we'll return to the PS4 for Metal Gear Online. And then finally, last but not least, on Tuesday will be a Star Wars Battlefront Blowout, where I'll be playing with people on Xbox One in Star Wars Battlefront. Okay? And I just want to make that clear. It is the Xbox One version of Star Wars Battlefront, because that's the one that I ended up getting a promotional copy of through Machinima. So, FYI, sorry to those who have it on PS4, but that's just the breaks, I guess. I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. So, thank you for being here. I'm going to explain it in a couple minutes here how this is going to work. I certainly hope this works better than it does on PS4. For those of you who were not here yesterday for the PS4 fan appreciation, it is a nightmare trying to set it up on PS4. I don't know what Sony was thinking. Basically, they were probably only catering to those who are, the common person who would buy a PS4, and they didn't have any kind of forethought as to people who might want to live stream or do these kind of multiplayer events, because boy, was it annoying. I mean, I could not invite people no matter what I tried. I tried manually inviting people, doesn't work. I tried, if they messaged me, inviting them through the message, doesn't work. I tried setting it up so that my game was public and people could join it, didn't work. Like, there was no... What I had to eventually do was set up a community chat. So people had to join my The King of Hate community, join a chat, and while they were in a chat with me, then they could manually join the game. I mean, that is a nightmare. So I'm certainly hoping with Halo 5 that it's a lot easier. The thing is, the Xbox has always been a lot easier for this social kind of stuff. It really seems Microsoft did go the extra mile when they were at least setting up the Xbox 360 to have this kind of forethought. If you remember... Back on the Xbox 360, what I would do is that I would set up a lobby, right, a private lobby, and then people would message me and say, yes, Phil, I would like to play with you, and I would, through that message, go into their profile and invite them to the game. So, fingers crossed, that's what we can do today. I don't know if that's how it works or not, and a lot of people have been saying, oh, why doesn't Phil set this up and do it ahead of time? And the answer is very simple. It's a logical answer, right? If you think for 5 seconds, but people like to criticize before they think. How could I possibly test it? It's fan appreciation. I need to have people who want to play a game and do this stuff with me for me to figure it out. There's no facts online on how do you set up a fan appreciation stream? How do you actually invite the people to each individual game that's completely different? It doesn't exist. There's no data on this. This is completely breaking new ground. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm one of the few people who sets up stuff like this, so there is no instructions, there's no tutorial, and there's certainly no way that I could test. What am I going to say? 10 people, please, take time out of your day and just try to join this matchup. By the way, we're not really going to play, but just try to join up this matchup, just so we can prepare for fan appreciation. No, you got to kind of do it on the fly. There's not much you can do, and so we're going to have at least a little bit of setup time here before we get started with gameplay. And listen, that's how it's always been, by the way. Every time I've ever done fan appreciation, it's always been like that. Because every game's different, every console's different, and unfortunately, it's just a little bit of adjustment and setup, and, it works out. Yesterday it worked out, even though we had frustration a little bit with the setup. Once we got it going, it was actually quite fun. And I'll be honest, today, it's probably going to be even more fun because we get to play Warzone, which was my favorite mode of Halo 5 Guardians. It's actually, in my opinion, the best thing about the game. It's a lot of fun fighting, not only human opponents, but also the AI. And it's also, you don't have to be great at the game. You can just you can contribute to your team just by being there and being a body. You know what I mean? So I like that about the game. And I'm actually looking forward to today a lot because I really wanted to play more Warzone. Out of everything that I played this hardcore gaming season, all the multiplayer and stuff, really it was Warzone that I was craving a little bit more of. Because I kind of only played it a couple sessions, right? So I'm happy to be doing this today. So thank you to those of you who are here on the stream. I see more and more people are joining. That's great. You'll have an opportunity to join in a few minutes, so just hang in there. This is the pre-stream. Once I finish the pre-stream, then we'll start the setup here. And I'm hoping to have around 3 groupings of people. Okay, that's what I did yesterday for Black Ops 3. I did 3 different kind of lobbies where I had people. And in this game, as you can see in Warzone, you can have 12 people in a fire team. So we'll probably do 3 lobbies of 12 people. 36 lucky people will be able to play with me today. I'll apologize in advance if I have to mute people. Listen, yesterday we had a bunch of, really low IQ. I actually felt bad for some of these people who were trying to troll me because you could tell that there was something wrong with them. Seriously, like, just they were parroting things that were like the lamest fucking one-liner attempts at insults to the point where, like, it wasn't funny, it wasn't even insulting, it was actually kind of pathetic. And I was like, man, this is just lame. And so I just ended up muting everyone because I wanted to make sure that there was no really annoying things distracting everyone from the game. Because the bottom line is everyone wants to just play a game that's not fucking distracting and annoying. Everyone just wanted to play. And so, I did my best with that. And I might have to do that again today. If I have to mute people, I have to mute people. It is what it is, right? That's just a symptom of our world, is that you get these people who just want to get their 15 minutes of fame by doing stupid shit, Some people try to get 15 minutes of fame by doing something productive, doing something interesting, doing something fun. And then there's some people who just are so pathetic that they think that it's okay to try to ruin an online session for people by yelling out stupid shit. That is just a waste of time, and I don't know. That's all I'm really going to say about it. It's pretty stupid, and it's good. It's to be expected. It's certainly not going to ruin anything for us, but, if I have to mute people, I have to mute people. All right? So, it is Sunday. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that starting this week, I'm working on my year-end series. Starting as early as tonight. In fact, tonight what I'm going to do is the weekend preview. And when I'm done with the weekend preview, I am going to write out the scripting and all of the stuff for the worst games of the year. And of course, what I'll probably say, I usually don't say the worst, I say the most disappointing. Because the bottom line is, some of the games that I disliked this year weren't bad games. They were just games that disappointed me. Games that I had higher expectations for. And when I finally played, it was like, what happened here? And there was a lot of games like that. Let me tell you, there were a lot of games that were like that. And so this series, I have to figure out if I want to do 5. Traditionally, I do around 5 most disappointing games of the year. We'll see if I can narrow it down to that, because just looking at my calendar here, I can tell you, here's 1, 2... There were a lot early on in the year. 3, 4, 5. Oh boy. There's more than 5. There's 6, 7. Oh geez. 8, 9. Oh my god. I could probably... Yeah, 10. There's 10. I could probably do a top 10 most disappointing games of the year if I wanted to. Oh boy. Geesh. 10. So we'll see. I'm going to write it out. I'm going to write it out tonight. And I'm probably going to, I'll start to do is get the clips and stuff that I need together to do this year-end series. Get all the resources together so that I could start. And then probably what I'll do tomorrow night, Monday night, I'll actually start editing and voice work and stuff like that. And hopefully by tomorrow night, I'll at least have the beginnings of that series being released for you. Because the bottom line is, it's getting close to the end of the year, as you know, later this year. 2015 will come to a close. 2016 will begin a new year. And, that means I need to work on my year-end series and start getting these out for you. Because the bottom line is, in 2016, I've got a lot of new initiatives, right? I've got a new channel that I want to launch. That's going to be highly edited content. I've got a lot more vlogging that I would like to do, rather than just raw gameplay. I want to finish up with games like Yakuza 5 and Rise of the Tomb Raider. I actually want to play Undertale. So I'm going to be doing that. Okay. And, and balancing that with the other stuff. It's going to be a change. It is going to be a change. So I'm trying to get everyone kind of warmed up to this change with the earlier streaming, with the fact that I'm not doing anything as a second session every day. You know what I mean? I'm trying to use this year-end time to get everyone accustomed to the changes. So when new games finally come out, people will show up for the hour earlier streams now. You know what I mean? Right now, it's very hard to get people to join this hour earlier stream because people are so used to going to the other stream where it was an hour later. And now I kind of have to, it's almost like a training period, quite honestly, to get people used to the new changes. And the fact that, like I said, unless there's a brand new game, I probably won't be doing 2 gameplay sessions a day. Instead, I'll be doing only 1 major session and then, you know, spending the second half of the day working on vlogging and stuff like that. Now, this is cool. And the reason I say this is cool, just think about it. Previously, I used to be so engrossed with just the raw gameplay, I wouldn't even have time to do something like an initial reactions video, right, to a new game that I'm playing. I would never have time to do it. Or getting a game review out in a pertinent amount of time after I beat the game versus, oh, I have to wait for like a day when I have a whole half a day to do it. It's going to be different. It's actually going to be a very different thing. And I'm looking forward to it. I like the fact that I can balance my day where I have a live stream, but then later in the day it's offline stuff that I'm editing or I'm recording vlogging and stuff like that. So I'm certainly, looking forward to this. And I hope that you are too. You know, I've got a lot of positive feedback about these changes that I'm working on. And I hope that you're very much looking forward to the new stuff that I'll be pumping out for you, okay? So, this week, just like it was this past week, but I know a lot of you weren't around this past week because it was a holiday week, and I understand that. This week coming up, there'll be 1 gameplay stream a day, all right? And then there'll be the second half of the day, I'll be working on the year-end series. I'm going to start with the most disappointing games of the year. Then I'm going to move on with the best and worst things that happened to DSPGaming this year. Then I'm going to work on my favorite playthroughs of the year, which is very different from my Game of the Year awards because a lot of the games that I'm going to say were my favorite playthroughs weren't actually the best games of the year, in my opinion, okay? Then I'm probably going to be moving on to the fan-voted funniest moments, and then lastly, we'll do the Game of the Year awards. So these year-end series are going to start this week and progress through this week, next week, and maybe even further into January as long as it takes to finish them up. Okay? So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works out well. And hopefully by, say, the middle of January, I've finished up with the year-end series. I finished up with games like Rise of the Tomb Raider, or at least I'm thoroughly through a game like Yakuza 5. And we can get ready for the new stuff, because we got a new game. Resident Evil 0 is coming out in January. Like I've already said, I want to play Undertale in January. And it may be an opportunity to do another game or two for downtime, okay? Now, there's a change to the schedule that I want to announce. I'm going to talk about this tonight when I film the weekend preview, but I want to throw it out here now while you all are here on pre-stream. There is a marathon that's going to take place this week. It is the reward marathon for hitting our patron funding goal in the month of November. And the marathon is going to be me playing a platforming game on a 7-hour stream or so. It's either going to be Conker's Bad Fur Day, Crash Bandicoot 3, or Banjo-Kazooie. It all depends on what wins the ongoing vote. And right now, Conker's Bad Fur Day is very narrowly in the lead. So if you are a patron for the month of November and you have the premium forum access because you got that perk, head over to thekingofhate.com and please vote on that poll because you have very precious little time left. The poll's going to close, just FYI, this Thursday. Because guess what? It's going to be this coming Friday, January 1st, 2016, is going to be my platforming marathon. I've decided it's the better day to do it. Originally, I was going to do it on the 31st, and then I realized, wait a minute, that's New Year's, and lots of people are going to be out celebrating New Year's. They're not going to want to be sitting around watching me play a platforming game. So instead of doing it then, I'm pushing it forward a day, New Year's Day, when everyone's hungover and everyone's all burnt out. You can sit down, relax, and watch me fail at a platformer. There you have it. Okay. So that's the plan. All this week, there'll be fan appreciation multiplayer through Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be continuing on with Rise of the Tomb Raider and Yakuza 5. And then Friday will be the marathon. And every day this week, I'll be working on year-end series. Hopefully every day this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be releasing year-end series. Friday, obviously, because of the marathon, I'll be taking off from that. And the Saturday is the day when I actually go out and do my shopping and stuff. So they'll probably resume the coming Sunday. Okay? Sound good? Fair enough? Sound like a good plan? Okay? Outside of that, there's not too much else to talk about. I will tell you this, though. I'm going to give away a 14-day Xbox Live Gold trial here on the stream today, because Halo 5 Guardians came with a code for a 14-day trial, and I never gave the code away. So I'm going to give it away today here live on stream for someone who doesn't have Xbox Live Gold. You have the opportunity to get it for 14 days for free. So that's pretty cool, right? In addition to that, there's really not much else to talk about. I hope you'll all check out the weekend preview because it'll fully explain this week, and I'm going to break it down, how each day's going to work with the year-end series and all of that, and hopefully it answers a lot of questions for people who... Right now, a lot of people are confused because I started streaming at a different time, and I'm not doing the ongoing gameplay double sessions like I was doing for the past few months, and a lot of people have been busy with the holidays. They're coming back, and they're like, what's going on? Phil's streams are at a different time. So hopefully you'll check out the weekend preview tonight to answer all of those questions, okay? All right. So, let's get a couple plugs out of the way, and then we'll get started here setting up with this first lobby of Halo 5 Guardians, okay? So, the gratuitous plugs, ladies and gentlemen. The first gratuitous plug, of course, is for my Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. There are currently 5 days left in the month of December. I take that back. I think there's 4 days left. There's 4 days left. I was completely wrong. 4 days left in the month of December, which means there's 4 days left for you to pledge to my Patreon and have it count for the month of December. By pledging to my Patreon, many things occur. Number one, you're supporting me. You're allowing me to continue to do this full time, especially right now. It's a very uncertain time because I had a contract renegotiation with Machinima. I don't know how it's going to work out. I know, for example, I'm definitely taking a pay cut in 2016, and it's probably going to be a huge one, dependent on how things go. So, your support right now is very appreciated. And if you like the daily streaming, you'll like the daily videos, you like the fact that I've been doing this full time for years and you want to see this stuff continue, please Please consider contributing if you haven't already. Okay? Now, what do you get for it? Number one, you get personal perks, such as getting text or verbal shout outs and thank yous in videos. You can get a private Q&A video where I will answer your questions specifically. Or for a little bit less, you can actually have your question guaranteed answered on Ask the King, which is the show that I do usually monthly. This time of year, I do it bi-monthly. But coming in January, it's going to return to be a monthly series where once a month I sit down to answer your questions. And you can definitely 100% have your question answered for a certain perk level, okay? So, those are the personal perks. But the other half of that are the monthly goals. I have a monthly goal that I set every month as a funding level through Patreon. If I hit that funding level, I do a special event as a thank you. Something that's completely out of the ordinary, something that I wouldn't normally do, as a thank you to those who basically funded and allowed me to continue to do this full time. So this month, if we hit the funding level, it's a return of the Rockathon. I will play Rock Band 4 for a second session, a second marathon stream. And the difference between this time and last time is that this time I'm going to be taking in the suggestions of the patrons who pledge $5 or more this month. They'll be posting up their suggestions on songs that they want to hear me sing and or perform on this stream, okay? Last time, I didn't have that ability. Last time, I didn't think ahead enough to realize that that would be something people want. And then, of course, when the stream started, Phil, play this song, Phil, play this song, Phil, play this song, and it's all just a cluster mess. And there was no way for me to filter through it and see what people really wanted to see me do the most. So we're going to be doing it this way this time. So it behooves you, okay? Behooves you that if you are interested in getting a certain song played during that stream, and certainly if you want to see me play Rock Band 4 in another marathon, please pledge right now. 4 days left. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil, okay? Also, the second gratuitous plug. If you're looking for something unique, you're looking for something different, you're looking for a nice gift for someone, it's after Christmas and maybe you forgot. Oops. I forgot to get my aunt something for Christmas and she was very pissy on Christmas Day when I didn't have anything for her. And I got to make up for that. So, consider my girlfriend Leanna's business, which is called The Black Currant. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. This is much better quality than stuff you would buy at a store. The soap that you buy at a store is typically a detergent, not really a soap. Dries out your skin and doesn't clean it as well. Also doesn't smell very good. This stuff is custom fragrant, very high quality soap that leaves your skin feeling fresh and healthy. And the wax tart melts that she sells are significantly better than the ones you buy at the store. The ones you buy at the store typically don't smell very good. These are all natural scents, and they actually are very reusable. It's a good alternative to having a candle burning, because when you have a candle burning, there's an open flame. So if you have pets or drapes or anything that could catch on fire, it's a hazard. This is not, okay? So, ladies and gents, consider having something set up where you, having something set up, what am I saying? I said the wrong thing. I read the stream chat, distracted me. Consider browsing at etsy.com/shop/the black currant, spelled Currant. Actually, Gino Saji just put a link up in the stream chat for this business. She's got nothing but positive feedback. She had a ton of people who ordered for Christmas. There was a Black Friday sale, a ton of people ordered. And she's got nothing but positive feedback. People have really enjoyed her products. You know, it would be really cool. A cool way to end the year. To get a nice present or gift for yourself. I mean, hell, I'm sure a lot of you got some money for Christmas, right? And you want to get something cool for yourself, check it out. Now, understand that anything that you do, whether you pledge to my Patreon or you order from the Black Currant, it benefits all of us over here. You know, we've all got our own thing going. I got my own internet-based business here. She's got her own internet-based business. So, you know, a lot of people say, why does Phil plug the soap? Well, it's that simple. Because if you place an order, that helps us too. Okay? So, thanks very much, everyone, for your support. Okay? All right, we're going to get started here with Halo 5. We're going to get set up with our first Warzone lobby. However, to start the stream, ladies and gents, I'm about to give away a 14-day Xbox Live Gold trial code. For those of you who are watching this on demand on YouTube, this is no good to you because by the time that you watch this video, the code will already have been redeemed. But for those of you who are watching this live, I hope you have a pen and paper ready, or you're ready to... I know some people, when I do this, they jump onto Microsoft.com and they enter the code immediately, which is ridiculous, but they get it done, huh? Right? Hey, if you get the code and you're the lucky winner, I guess you get it done. I can't really criticize you. The code is, get ready, 2PXVV 2GPW8 26RC8 6HX 2C GVHCH. There you go, ladies and gents. That is your code for the 14-day Xbox Live trial. Congratulations to whoever won it. Good for you. Alright, so let us end the pre-stream, and then we'll begin to set up this first lobby for Warzone. It's 12 players, so 11 will be joining me. As I said, I'm going to try to set up 3 different lobbies over the course of today and get lots of people in here to play. So I certainly hope that you will. And, alright, that's it. So thank you, everyone. Let us begin with Halo 5 Warzone. Fan appreciation, thank you for being here, and let's have some fun. Cool.